name ends with an S, not an N. And one, Matt's mother was not here the day that he was running for election. Two, the federal police officer was and still is a federal police officer who was just promoted to
Smith, I want to talk to
lieutenant.
you about that because he didn't give me his
Who
federal
was
ID
just
number.
promoted to lieutenant. He has proudly served for 20 years
He broke the law.
to defend our country. He carries a badge and still does at this day.
You know he broke the law, Smith.
During multiple meetings,
I asked for his
it is
federal
very
ID number.
difficult.
Are you interrupting
No,
someone here?
I'm sorry.
What you
This
were
is
complaining about?
something that I want to discuss because as a Gaines Township resident, it is very difficult to sit in the audience when multiple people are having conversations, and it is very difficult to hear the board. And at the last meeting, as I said, my last name ends with an S, not an N, and I could hear that in the audience, as well as conversations versus the board not answering questions, which while the discussion was going on in the audience, the board was answering and addressing the conversation. Also, the young lady who came up and spoke, that I have known for years, opened with a verse from the Bible and ended with a verse from the Bible. And she very respectfully addressed the board, as she has been in contact with the board for years regarding what's going on where she lives, in a very respectful way. Whereas someone else came up and addressed the board and told them to go to, I'm not going to say.
I told them may they rot in hell.
Right.
You get it right, you're trying to correct him.
No.
Mr. Cage, no.
Sorry, Mr. Fortino. Get facts straight.
Well, regardless,
I said not to do it, and you turned right around and did it again.
regardless, it was telling the board to go
Yeah.
somewhere very foul, which I don't use that type of language. And sitting in the audience, it's very difficult to hear what is being said up here. And as I stated, last month's meeting, something that was being discussed in the audience was actually discussed and answered by the board. And the discussion in the audience, they still did not know what was answered or discussed. So some of the conversations that go on out here need to be addressed so that those of us who want to hear what's going on can maybe hear it. And if they were not having snide conversations and making snide comments, maybe they would hear the answers to what they were saying.
Thank you.